What is going on, online fitness coaches? Welcome to another episode of the Change Lives, Make Money Online Trainer podcast. This is the #1 show for online fitness coaches who are trying to grow successful online business. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about this idea of just get started because frankly, I think that there's a lot of people that are sitting on the fence with everything in their life, and I want to help you guys jump off the fence and start getting some results. And today I'm joined by my boy and my business partner, The Wolf. What's up, brother?
What's going on, fam? I'm excited for this one today. I usually say that every single time. I feel like you guys are like, I'm on this podcast pretty much as much as Brian now. This is like hosted by me and Brian. This is my podcast. Brian's just been taking care of it for the last little bit. I feel like legit, I'm on here so much. It's fucking insane. I love it. But today's subject is lit because this is something that we literally talk about every single day. And I feel like it's so easy. It's so easy to just not get started. And that's why I'm excited about it.
Well, okay, let's just be honest here, right? So like me and Cole have been talking about like getting on, and we're going to bring it up. We've been talking about getting on TikTok for the last 8 months now. And how many of you guys have gotten on there, right? And so we want to address the mindset behind why people don't get started, because as coaches, one of the things that we need to do is obviously make sure that the course is amazing, but the biggest thing that we need to do is make sure that people are actually following the course. And so I want to kind of address our we're going to give a personal story and share our own mindset, because one of the things that Cole and I have been working on actively is getting the next round of the 10K mastermind ready. Right? The next round of the 10K mastermind ready. And so for those of you guys that don't know what the mastermind is, the 10K Coaching Academy is basically the level 1 program for online fitness coaches, where we help you guys get from like $0 to $5,000 to $10,000. Like that's like our mission in the 10K Academy. And then the 10K mastermind is where we take the students that are making between $5,000 and $10,000, and we help them double their income. So if they're below 5K a month, we help them get to 10K. And if they're at 10K, we help them double their income. The problem with the way that we've been running the mastermind up until this point is it's been start and stop, which basically means that, you know, in order for clients to join, they need to wait for a certain date before the mastermind opens. And then once the mastermind opens, that's when they can enroll. But we have like 815 students in the academy, and we have a lot of students that are interested in joining us in the mastermind. There's a lot of students that are in the academy that are making between $5,000 and $10,000, and they want to learn how to hire virtual assistants, and they want to work more one-on-one with me and Cole, and they want to step up and like take their business from like $5,000 to $10,000 to $20,000, but we haven't had a system for it. And honestly, like how long have we been sitting on this idea, Cole?
Honestly, for a long fucking time. And I feel like it was because for a couple reasons, obviously. Like number one, it's a little bit of scarcity there. I feel like everybody has scarcity when they're trying to build a new thing. And this is why we wanted to talk about this today. Number two, it's us not wanting to change the things that are working. Because again, guys, like I actually laughed when you said that the academy, because the academy is where we teach you guys how to make $5,000 to $10,000 a month. It actually started with us talking about how it was, we're going to help you make your first $5,000 in 90 days. And now it seems like a lot of people are just coming in and breaking $10,000 in that first 90 days, which is fucking awesome. It makes me super happy. And the big thing is that me and Brian are like, I'm going to use the word scared, even though I feel like scared probably isn't the word to use, just because we don't like changing things that are working. And the mastermind is fucking every single time we do a batch of masterminds, dude, like the last one, guys, it was had 100% success.
We had 100% success rate. I mean, like one of the promises that we give in the mastermind when people join is like, we guarantee that you're going to double your income. If you're over $10,000 a month, if you're in the program, you're going to double your income, or we guarantee if you're under 10K a month that you will graduate over 10K. Like we make that guarantee.
And every single person last time hit that. Every single person across the board. Like again, we had fucking Jace break 60K a month. We had clients go from $6,000 to $16,000 a month. We had people we had Don. Now he's making $100,000 consistently.
We weren't 100%. Actually, I just remembered. We were 86%. I just remembered.
Oh, 86%.
We had 16 students, and 14 of them our standard, our gold standard is 80%. Like we want 80% of the students to graduate with like doubling their income. We hit 86%. I just remembered. I don't want to like call up for lie.
No, we're not going to lie.
we didn't get 100. So I'm going to say that. So as we went to scale, right? But as we went to scale, we're like, okay, how do we make sure that the mastermind still keeps like the same level of results? So like everybody in the mastermind still keeps the same level of results, while also making it evergreen and making sure that people can join when they want to join. And that's been the challenge. And honestly, you guys, I think that it was like thinking about this new idea and like developing this new program took us so long that we never actually got it started.
Never.
Like me and Cole have been talking about doing this for like 5 or 6 months, but we never actually sat down and like planned it out. And until this week, we finally Well, on Monday, and like it was finally like after I remember Cole was like he messaged me on Sunday. He's like, we need to sit down on Monday and we need to plan this out because we've been talking about it forever and we haven't actually done it. And if we don't do it now, we're never gonna do it. So we need to like make sure this fucking happens. Also, we do have a mentor that we're paying money to, and we have a one-on-one call with him next month. And if we showed up without doing the things that he asked us to do in the last call, it's like, it's going to look really, really stupid.
It was actually a big reason when I called him. I was like, yo, if we show up to this fucking call and we don't have this stuff done, like not only are we going to let ourselves down, because again, we pride on like making sure our clients are doing the shit that we tell you guys to do. That's why we drill things down your fucking throats. But at the same time, we wanted to optimize it because we want to fucking be the best out there. We brought this up yesterday. And we can't do that if we're procrastinating and not putting the work in and like building the new shit that we want to build.
So basically what me and Cole are saying is that there is another round of the mastermind coming. We're going to be opening it up in June for those people that are at or above $5,000 a month that are in the academy that want to jump to the next level. And so if you're interested in the mastermind, make sure you reach out to me and Cole because we are opening up the next round for people to join. But we also want to talk about this idea of like just getting started. Right, just getting started. Because let's be honest, how many of you are online coaches that are listening to this podcast right now that have like been thinking about growing your coaching business for a while? You've been thinking about it, right? You've been thinking about growing your coaching business. You've been thinking about getting on social media. You've been thinking about getting consistent. But my question for you is like, why haven't you started yet? Like in your opinion, Cole, like why do you think people hold them back from getting started? Like let's talk about their coaching business first.
Fuck my life. I feel like I got so many answers to this, but I feel like at the base premise of it, if I was to give you one answer here, it would be the scarcity of new things. In my opinion, like a lot of people don't get started when they want to, like, let's say building their fitness business. You're a personal trainer, you know you should be building it right now, but you don't get started because you're scared of new things. And I feel like I've seen a lot of trainers like this. Like you guys are losing your jobs. We saw people lose so many fucking trainers lose their jobs over the pandemic, and they had every opportunity, 3 lockdowns at least in Alberta. Like it just happened again. I'm pretty sure gyms are still closed down and people still haven't taken action because they have no idea what the water's like. It's like when you're like looking at the ocean, you're like, yo, that looks amazing, but I don't know if I want to jump in because it's also intimidating as fuck. And people are just scared, so they don't want to actually take that step. They don't want to actually dive in because they have no idea what's on the other side.
Dude, and like, I think that with online coaching, I love that. It's scared to try new things. I think that so many people know that like online, like guys, like if you're watching this right now on Instagram or you're like tuning into the Zoom call, or you're tuning into some Facebook, like you're consuming data over the internet, right?
Yeah.
And so if you understand that you're consuming data over the internet, like you need to understand that other people also consume data over the internet, including your ideal clients. And so if you want to make money from, social media, then if you can put out data that's valuable that people want to consume, they'll pay you for it. And that's online coaching. But a lot of people, you're right, Cole. It's like they're scared of trying new things because a lot of people are like so attached to the old way of personal training where, I went to a gym and I hired a trainer for a certain dollar amount per hour. And it's like hard for you to wrap your head around this idea of people paying you money for an online coaching program. But like there's a lot of coaches that are making a lot of money and they're changing a lot of people's lives with online coaching.
And that's it. And that's what I feel like a lot of these coaches, if you haven't taken the next step yet, if you guys haven't just gotten started yet, need to understand. Like a lot of you guys, a lot of coaches, personal trainers, the gist of it, and again, I'm going to give another perspective here. I was trying not to, but I'm going to anyways. A lot of them, like their base impact, their basic want as a personal trainer, as a fitness coach is to help people. Like, I want to help people. Every single fucking time I ask a PT or fitness coach, what's your why? Why are you doing this? They're like, I want to impact lives. I want to change lives. And a lot of them, I've seen a lot of them not take that step online because they feel like they're losing the intimacy to a certain degree because they're like, well, it's all online. I'm not seeing them in person. But you guys need to, like, this is the new age. Look at school. 90% of fucking students right now are over Zoom. Like my brother is in his 4th year nursing. He just graduated. And in 4th year of nursing through university, he's on a Zoom call in his fucking room. And the other day, like, everything is done over the internet, and it might be a little scary because it's new water and it's something that you never invested in or looked in before. But guys, like, again, and maybe newer people or younger people, I say younger people because I feel old now. But you remember dial-up, homie? Like, guess what? Internet adapted. Yeah. Remember having to get off the phone because the internet was on?
Yeah.
Like, things are adapting, and you got to adapt with it, especially because if your base premise is wanting to create an impact as a PT, you can do so much more online. It's insane. You just got to adapt and allow yourself to experience those things.
Okay, so if you're an online coach and you haven't gotten started yet, my question for you is why not? Right? Why not? Like, why haven't you gotten started yet? Like, what's holding you back? And, you know, a different answer is going to come up for you. If you're listening to the podcast, when I ask you questions, like there's going to be like an answer that comes up for you, and you don't have to, you know, bring it up to me, but like, I want you to sit with the answer, like the question, like, why haven't I started my online coaching business yet? Right. And whatever, and like, think about it and like whatever comes up for you. Now I'm going to speak to those clients that actually have started, right? So I'm going to talk to you if you're my client in the 10K Coaching Academy. I'm going to be talking to you if you're an online coach, you're not in the 10K Academy, but you have started your online coaching business and maybe you're not seeing the traction that you want. Let's talk about this, right? So I'm super curious about, like, if you're running a coaching business right now, I'm going to ask you a question. What aren't you doing that you know you should be doing? What aren't you doing that you know you should be doing? If you're an online coach, I want you to, if you're my fucking client, you're tuning in, I want you to tell me. Yeah. What aren't you doing that you know you should be doing? I want you guys to, like, I expect to reply.
I know there's a bunch of people right now being like, fuck my life, I don't want to answer this question.
You know what's funny? Okay, so let's go into the first one that seems to be the most, right? So we'll go into posting content first. Let's go into posting content first. A lot of people know that they should be posting content, but they're not posting content, and why, right? Because, and I especially see this. This is like, if you're a new online fitness coach, it's likely there's two things that you're struggling with. Number one is you're not fucking studying. So you paid for the 10K Coaching Academy, but you're not fucking studying. So that's usually what new coaches struggle with. Or the second thing that new coaches struggle with is they're not posting.
Yep.
You're not posting. So you're either not studying and you're not posting. And for me, it's like, why haven't you committed to it yet? And I think when it comes to not studying the course, the actual course material, I think that there's like an expectation of online coaches when, you know, it's the same expectation that some weight loss clients have when they sign up for your program. They expect that if they pay you $750 for a 12-week program, that they're going to fucking magically melt 20 pounds.
Yeah, right.
Like, it's like, unfortunately, you have to go to the gym. Right? Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm gonna
eat the fucking veggies.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you to eat vegetables, and you actually have to fucking do it. Like, unfortunately, there's like a little bit of a process involved there, and I think that that's why a lot of online coaches don't like actually start studying the course, is because they assume that like it's just gonna be easy, and when they realize that they have to put in the work, they're like, oh fuck, right? So then we've got the online coaches. So let's say you make it past that barrier, right? And you make it past that barrier. We're going to talk about where people get stuck. So you make it past that barrier, you start studying the content, then you don't post on social media. And I want Cole to talk about this because I think that the biggest reason that people don't post on social media is they are afraid that they don't have a voice, or they're afraid of other people's opinions.
100%. And that's actually something that I wanted to break down. So I think it's two things actually. And this is like a deep rooted thing that a lot of you guys need to understand. And I actually had to come to terms with it as well. I remember at the beginning, I think we've all gone through this. I know Brian has at the beginning. I did at the beginning, for two reasons. Number one, you're scared of other people's opinions, right? And then the deep rooted meaning under number one is because you don't think that you're good enough for some reason. And I feel like a lot of people struggle with this, and a lot of people, like, even if you're not admitting it to yourself, like, why are you actually not scared to talk about nutrition, or why are you scared to talk about nutrition online? Most of the time it's because you guys aren't confident in your knowledge around nutrition.
Interesting.
So you're scared to even post about it in the first place. So yeah, obviously you're scared about what John might say, or Brittany, or all these established coaches in the industry, not because of their opinions, but because you truly don't think that you have the knowledge.
I'm jumping in here. That's fucking brilliant. I actually remember, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I remember when I was posting content, when I was an online fitness coach, I was also afraid that I didn't know enough. Yeah. And I remember I actually posted a piece of content and it got ripped apart by a trainer, and I felt so self-conscious.
Yep.
But guys, here's what you have to understand, right? You're not fucking writing content for other personal trainers.
Exactly.
You're not writing content for other personal trainers. And so if you're writing content hoping to impress fucking trainer John, who's been in the gym for 6 years, who is, you know, he's exercise physiology, and he doesn't approve of your post because of X, Y, Z, like, who gives a fuck? Because trainer John isn't going to be the person that signs up for your program.
Exactly, guys. And on a deeper level of it, like, really understand that you are never going, like, I guess if this is me, right? I understand that I'm never going to be the smartest person in the room. And I never want to be. Yeah. I never want to be, especially when the room is social media.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm never going to be as knowledgeable as Lane Norton as a fitness coach. And I'm fucking okay with that because that is one of the smartest motherfuckers I've ever seen in my entire life. All right.
Oh.
But because I had that mindset, it was easy for me to start posting because I wasn't attached to the idea that I was the most knowledgeable or best person in the industry. So I was open to having conversations. Yo, motherfuckers, when I was a fitness coach, I was 24 years old. I'm like, I'm not the smartest person ever. Are you joking me? There's so many people out there that have more knowledge than me. There's so many people out there that have been doing PT work for as long as I was alive. Fucking Darren. All right.
And like, here's another thing, guys. When Cole first started, you want to know, okay, so this is how Cole started with Aesthetic Nation. Okay. He was working as an iron worker. I was a fitness coach. I've been a fitness coach for like 2.5 years. Cole came into the business. He's like, yo, B, like, he's like, not only do I want to do a fitness competition with you, like I was his coach. He's like, I also want to be a coach. I was like, great. Like, win your show and then get your certification. So he won a show. He got a certification. Now, Cole had been.
That's not true. I'm cutting you off. He made me win 2 shows. He made me jump through fucking hoops like crazy.
I did. Yeah. Okay, I did. So I made him win 2 shows, and then I hired him as a coach. And when I hired him, like, Cole didn't know how to calculate macros. He didn't know what protein, carbs, and fats were. So I literally had to sit him down and fucking coach him on it. But if Cole would have been like, oh, like, I'm not an exercise physiologist, or I'm not this or that, then Cole's worked with hundreds of women and helped them lose weight. Hundreds. Yep. Like, transform their bodies, their minds. There was one girl I know, Maria, you worked with her for like 1.5 years. You like changed your fucking life forever. Yeah. And Cole never would have done that if he was like not getting his like content game started because he was afraid that he didn't have enough knowledge. And like, guys, at the end of the day, like, you're never going to know it all. And you have to be okay with that. And you have to be okay with like good enough, and then choosing to commit to learn and like grow and adapt as a coach. But you have to fucking start, because you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. And so fucking many of you haven't actually started going all in on your content because you're trying to get to this level that you deem as acceptable, but you're never going to fucking get there.
Exactly.
There's always more to learn.
Embrace a certain mindset. I like to call it the 5%. All right. This is something that I did when I was a fitness coach at the beginning because I always just wanted to learn. So when I first became a coach, I wasn't certified. All right. I got my certifications afterwards. I sat down with Brian. Brian taught me macronutrients. All right. Calorie breakdowns, everything like that. Guys, like, when we say like me and Brian built everything from the ground up, I mean, I knew nothing about fitness coaching. We'd spend 3 hours a day at Starbucks and he would walk me through meal plannings and breakdowns and taught me that. That's how I learned. Then I got my CPT with ISSA. Then I got my sports nutrition with ISSA. Then I got my bodybuilding specialist with ISSA. I did that while I was coaching. Because my mind was, I just wanted to be 5% better, because if I can be 5% better and I can have 5% more knowledge than the next person, I can help them. That's that mindset, that 5%. That's it.
Yeah. So the barriers, right? So here are the barriers to, like, you know, we're talking about getting started, but there's different levels to getting started. So if you're an online coach that hasn't gotten your coaching business started and you're like kind of sitting there on the fence and you're kind of like wondering, you know, when you should get started or what website to use or Facebook ads, like, fucking get off your horse and get into action. Like, get off your ass and move your feet, right? So that you need to get off your ass and move your feet. So that's like the first hurdle you need to overcome. And the second hurdle you need to overcome is like, you pay for a mentorship course, you're in a mentorship course, but you're not fucking studying. And the reason you're not studying is because you think that it was going to unfold magically. And then when you realize that there was no pixie dust and that you actually have to put in the work, it's like, it's challenging. And so my invitation for you is to fucking study and do the shit that your mentor is telling you to do. All right. So like, do it. Then we get to the point where like you actually are studying and you're putting in the work, but you're not posting content consistently because you're afraid of other people's opinions, or you're afraid that you're not going to be good enough, or you're afraid that you don't know enough. And guys, like, you're never going to be good enough and you're never going to know enough because there's an unlimited amount of knowledge. So start fucking posting.
Exactly.
Now, let's talk about the next hurdle getting started, because, you know, our goal is to get you to $10,000 a month, right? Like, that's our intention at the 10K Academy. But I physically don't understand why all these online trainers would work so freaking hard to like come up with amazing content and post on social media and do their live streams and do their reels and do their TikToks. And then when they've got people that are interested in their stuff, they're not willing to have a conversation with them. You got somebody that's literally like liking all your content, engaging with all your shit, like replying to your Instagram stories, telling you that they're interested, but for some reason you are like hesitant to start a conversation with them. And I think that like we're going to talk about quote unquote lead gen right now, but I actually think lead gen is the reason that a lot of you guys are having a hard time starting fucking conversations with people, because at the end of the day, like you're having a conversation with a human that's engaging with your content. Question: how many of you guys fucking hate when you get a cold DM from a complete stranger that you have no idea who they are?
So many.
I hate it. Like, it's like
So
literally
many.
like I get DMs like every single day that's like, would you like to buy some shit from me? Like, you are like, you are doing, your profile is incredible. Would you like to buy some shit? Right? Like, it's like so annoying. It's instant block for me. But if I'm following an influencer that I enjoy, that I get value from, like Gary Vee, and then Gary Vee sent me a message, I'd be like, oh,
Lose your fucking mind.
lose my shit. So like the way that we teach our clients how to generate leads on their social media is not by going out and sending cold messages to people that are on hashtags. It's by providing a shitload of value as the first step in the process, and then starting conversations as the second part of the process.
Exactly.
But I think that a lot of online trainers are resistant to start conversations. And personally, I believe it's because they don't actually believe in their product or service. Like, you don't actually fucking believe in your product or service, straight up. Because if you did, it's like, it would be essential for you to send out messages to people that are engaging with your content just to say hi. Yep. Essential. Because guys, like the way that you got to understand, like social media is a big fucking place, right? There's like a lot of people that are on, so like there's like 3.5 billion users on Facebook. There's over 1 billion users on TikTok. Like there's social media is a big place. There's a lot of people on Instagram. And so the fact that you've got humans that are on your page, watching your content, engaging with your content, watching your Instagram stories, replying to your posts, like those are people that are interested in what you have to say. Do you understand that? Like they're interested in what you have to say. That's why they're engaging with your content. So you're spending all this time putting out valuable stuff, and then you've got people that are appreciating the value, but you're unwilling to have a conversation with them. And
that's how it is.
Why?
You guys see how Brian's utilizing the word conversation, guys? Conversation. I honestly think it's on two deeper levels right there. Number one, being what Brian said, are you not believing in your service? All right, truly not believing in your service, because I love talking about the 10K Coaching Academy to anybody and everybody who fucking shows interest, because I know it's the best program in the world out there and it helps people change their lives every day. But on a deeper level, I think it's also because a lot of you guys are just looking to make money and you don't give a fuck about the impact.
Oh,
like, and I'm going to keep it straight with you guys for a minute, because it's about, you guys know how, the entire time Brian was talking there, he never said like send out a DM to make a sale. He said start conversations, because we like to tell people to start conversations and build relationships. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm fucking DMing people for. Because let's be real. Let's say I start a conversation with Brian. We don't know each other. We start talking. We start building a relationship. And then it gets to an organic conversation where I steer it towards the program. And he's like, you know what, bro? I'm not interested. That's fucking fine to me. All right? I don't care, because let's be real. What's the worst that can happen? He says no. That's fine. We built a little bit of a relationship. We're done talking. There we go.
Boom.
You got to go into the combo with a relationship first.
Here's a really fucking simple DM to send out, literally. And this is what I do with people that are interacting with my content, just because I'm thankful that they're on my page. Hey, Cole, thanks so much for engaging my content, homie. I appreciate you so much, with a heart or a smiley face or a fucking fire emoji or a wink. And that's just to say thanks. I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you for being on my page, because I really do appreciate the people that are on my page. Like, I understand that social media is a big place and they could be on a lot of other people's pages, but they're on my fucking page engaging with my content. Cole wants to say something. I can see his hand.
I don't want to interrupt you, because I'm getting fucking amped up right now. Yo, understand this. We're going to go another layer deeper right now. A big reason why I think a lot of you guys are not sending out DMs, and this might hurt some of you guys, all right, but I'm going to say it anyways, is because you guys have inflated fucking egos. All right, understand that for a minute. You guys hear that? B sends out DMs to people like that who are liking and following his stuff, and so do I. Yo, I appreciate you, because that's what we see. Social media has billions of users, and I get DMs on the fucking daily about my TikToks and how I'm changing lives. So I'm fucking grateful that I get to help these people. Mm-hmm. I'm grateful that I'm impacting these fucking lives. I'm grateful that they support me on a daily fucking basis. So I recognize them. You guys aren't, because you have these inflated egos thinking like, well, I'm just building my social media because I want to build a business, or I want to build a brand, or I'm just trying to be an influencer.
Dude, I love that.
Back and thank people.
Dude, it's like so many people, and let me know if you do this. If you do this, say, oops, me. So many people use social media as a billboard and not as a conversation.
Boom.
So many people use social media as a billboard and not as a conversation. Like, how many people are on social media that are also interacting and engaging with content? Like, how many of you guys know a friend, if you know a friend that does this, it would be funny, that knows a friend that just fucking talks. Just talks and talks and talks and talks and talks. And then you try to say something and they just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. And then you're like, but what about me? Talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk, right? That's like Cole. I'm like, dude.
I literally was just pointing at you. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I literally was pointing at you.
Cole. It's literally, I literally just described Cole. But you guys, you have to have a conversation with people. Like, you need to talk to them, not at them.
You can't always expect people to engage with you guys. And this is a big thing that a lot of you guys are going to have to understand if you really want to build a business online. All right. Yes, your social media is your business card. Yes, your social media is your resume. Like, that's what it's built for, especially when you have an online business. But you can't expect engagement if you're not giving any out.
Preach.
All right. A lot of you guys want likes, you want comments, you like want to start these conversations, and then you're not starting these conversations even though you have the eyes on you, because you only want people engaging with you. You want people to DM you. You want people to like your shit. Well, why aren't you liking theirs? Why aren't you commenting on theirs? Why aren't you sending a DM out? What makes you so special?
You ain't, but you know why? Because, let's talk about the hurdles, right? So you get your online business started, you're fucking good. You off that hurdle, you hire a mentor because you're smart and you want to learn a good pathway. You start posting content consistently. That's the easy part.
Yep.
That's the easy part. You know what's hard? Like, actually sending out conversations and engaging with people. Because it requires thought. It requires intention. Like, when you write content, yeah, it requires thought, but then you write your piece of content and it's done, right? Like, you post your TikTok and then your TikTok video is up, and then you just, like, maybe if you're lucky, you sit there and you watch it go turbo viral. Maybe sometimes it flops, like, whatever. But, like, the piece of content's done. But, like, engaging with people and actually having conversations requires intention. It requires effort, and it requires work ethic, because you can't just be mindlessly fucking DMing people. And how many of you guys also do that too? Where you go to start conversations with prospect and then you're just mindlessly in conversation with no fucking intention. And then they end up going absolutely nowhere because you're not really following the DM script and they're not really engaging with the DM script. And then you're like, this isn't fucking working. But it's like, have you actually sat down and, like, had the DM script on one side of the screen and then had the conversation on the other side of the screen and, like, actually tried to book a call? Or are you just, like, aimlessly fucking throwing out DMs because you think your coaches think it's a good idea? Mm-hmm. Right? But just get fucking started. Like, just start conversations. Literally just start conversations. Like, have this be the reminder, the kick in the ass to start conversations. Like, start 10 a day. That's it. 10 conversations a day with new people. And not all of them are going to go anywhere. And you shouldn't be counting the reps anyways. Some of them are going to lead absolutely nowhere. And some of them are going to be a client that you sign up that you're going to help lose 50 pounds. But you're never going to get to $10,000 a month if you expect that people are going to come to you. And here's a secret. I'm going to give you guys a secret from the mastermind. All of the mastermind students are doing this. All of them. Right? So you want to get to $10,000 a month and stay there. All of the mastermind students are doing this. So if you can start this at, the base level before you get to a place where you're, like, learning from the mastermind, like, it's pretty smart to do that at the base level.
Yep. I understand, guys, that, like, everybody has a fear of sending out DMs. All right, this is something that you will realize the more successful you become. Like, there's been multiple times where I'll DM someone or Brian will DM someone and their response instantly before anything else is, yo, I love your content. I've wanted to talk to you for months, but I just haven't taken that step. Boom. And because you opened the door, you've now built a relationship. You've now built a connection with that person.
And guys,
realize everyone's afraid of it. Just open the doors.
As your audience grows, and, like, this advice might not be contextual to those people that are new to online coaching. Like, you have to build that audience. But, once you've been an online trainer for 6 months to a year and you start getting people that are talking about your service or program, then you're going to start getting new followers. And then when you send a message to your new followers saying, thanks so much for the follow, I appreciate you, they're going to say something like, oh, dude, like, my friend Sarah told me about your page. I love your content. And now I'm in a conversation with them because I opened up the door. But so many people are like using social media like a fucking billboard. And so they're not looking for opportunities to have conversations with real people. And they're just like, you know, when you guys are like focused on growing your follower, like how many of you guys do this? Say me, if you do this, how many of you guys are so focused on growing your follower account, but then you don't engage with every follower that comes in? Every single one. Every single follower that comes to my account, I'm like, thank you so much for coming to my account. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for following me on Instagram. Every single one. I'm just like, thank you so much for following me. I appreciate you. I've just followed you back, sending you lots of love. Sometimes I follow them back. Sometimes I don't. But either way, I always say thank you. Thank you so much for following me. I appreciate it, because I'm just like looking to have a conversation. I'm looking to start conversations. And like, that's just like being a human. And from that conversation, like that's where it's going to lead somewhere. So just get fucking started.
Exactly.
Just get started. And the last thing I want to talk about, and I do want to talk about it, even though we've beat this dead horse 55 times. I knew you were going to
bring it up. I already brought stats up 5
times is fucking TikTok, you guys. Okay.
We're going to hit it with some stats. Okay. I want to say some actual numbers here, because I feel like me and Brian have beat this horse to death.
We'll say it over and over again until all of you guys are doing it.
But I'm going to break down some stats. Okay. Because let's be real, as growing a social media business, the entire intention is to get eyes on you.
Yep.
So your business can expand, and so can your impact, especially if you're a person who truly wants to create an impact. So guys, I found my flow on TikTok recently, and everything started to explode. Now, just to show you the reach, number one, Instagram has Reels. If you're not on Reels, you're fucking up. Just give you guys a little bit of a breakdown. Braden, all right, I don't know his Instagram name because
Braden Stanley. He's our photographer. He went from 50,000 followers to 150,000 followers because he had
186,000 now.
He has 186,000.
86,000 followers, guys.
What did his reel go to?
His reel is at 68 million views, 59 million likes, and 11,000 comments.
11,000.
And the reel is 6 seconds long.
One reel.
6 seconds long.
This is homie's our photographer, and he put 1 6 second. He's been posting 3 reels a day for the last 6 months, but one of the reels popped off and has 60 million views, and now he gained over 130,000 followers from that one Instagram reel
in under 2 weeks. Let's put that out there. In under 2 fucking weeks, guys.
One fucking reel.
So that's Reels, number one for Instagram. There's no other thing on Instagram that will help you grow like that.
Ever.
Period, across the board, ever. I don't care what anybody says. We promise you it's not going to happen. TikTok has that reach. We've been telling you guys to get on TikTok every fucking day for like 6 months or something like that. Me and Brian have been consistent. We've been growing. My account popped off. Now I just want to tell you guys some numbers for growth. All right, in the last 28 days, all right, my account has seen 4.6 million views, all right, 120,000 profile views, 17,000 comments, 65,000 shares, and 523,000 likes. Followers alone in the last 28 days, I've gained 78,245 followers from March 31st to April 27th.
Guys, and like, I'm going to be funny. All right. I got something funny for you guys. So Cole's account has been popping off, right? I'm at like 90.3 thousand followers now.
Your fucking last video has been popping.
Yeah, because so like now I'm changing, right? So like, I'm going to talk about this for a second, because I think that the reason that a lot of people don't get really fucking go all in and get started with going all in with TikTok is because they're addicted to the views, right? So here's a funny story, guys. I had 40 videos in a row that had, I counted 40 videos in a row that had between 200 and 500 views. 40. 40. But I understand that like there's always like experience is the greatest teacher. So like for me, instead of getting upset about it, I was like, okay, like, you know, if I have 40 videos in a row that aren't doing it very well, then like I need to change up my strategy. I need to change up my style. And so I started studying the TikTok algorithm, and I hired another mentor to help guide me through it. But it's like, experience is the greatest teacher. And if there's one thing that you guys can learn from me is like, my account, even though I had 40 videos that had 200 to 500 views, my account is still growing by like 500 to 1,000 followers like a week, right? It's a minimum. And so if I can do that, and you know, if I can have 40 videos that have 200 to 500 views in a row and still grow on TikTok, like what the fuck are you guys waiting for?
Yo,
like, you know what I mean? Like you can be like, and guys, I have some of my clients that like outperform me on TikTok. Like Darren Robinson joined TikTok 30 days. He ends up growing to 100,000 followers, and that's amazing. And he's making like $20,000 a month. And then we've got clients like Shay Ken, who has 600 followers on TikTok, and he makes $5,000 a month from those 600 followers.
Yeah, just on TikTok alone. It's about getting consistent, guys. Like, I'm talking about the blow up on my account to just show you the potential of the app, but let's like talk about the actual growth. Me and Brian started our accounts at the same time. All right, we were both at 9K followers. All right, around each other, the exact same. His account blew up to 50,000 followers, and mine slowly grew. Months of me just posting, staying consistent. It got to 30K, then it stayed around 30K, and then it finally exploded.
Like, you can get more followers from one video on TikTok than you have on Instagram right now.
Yep, one video.
Most of you guys have 1,000 to 5,000 followers on Instagram. Like, let's be real, right? You can get more followers from one fucking video on TikTok than you do on Instagram, than you have on Instagram right now. And I need to sneeze.
Like Janelle, let's talk about Janelle for a second. So guys, our client Janelle Wheel, we told her to stay consistent. She literally told me, we're going to do a content audit in our mastermind. All right, I told everybody about it. She only posted a video because she knew I was going to be doing a content audit. And she's like, Cole's going to give me shit if I don't have videos up there, because she was going to give up on the app. I just kept telling her, be consistent, be consistent, be consistent. She's posted her story. Off one video, she went from 3,000 to 58,000 followers. She got 140 coaching applications, and that one video got 350,000 views. One video, guys.
She sold 7 clients from that video too.
7 clients. All right, and she's 5,800 followers right now. Like, the potential is insane, and I feel like we're gonna beat the dead horse, and we're gonna keep doing it because we've been telling you guys forever.
But why haven't people gotten started? I'll tell you why. Because I suck on video.
Oh, because I don't know what to say.
Because I'm not sure what kind of content to post.
But I'm posting content and it's just not working.
I keep getting low views on my TikToks. My TikTok must be broken.
I'm shadow banned because everything I post just isn't posting it's not getting views. Listen to what I'm about to say right now. All right. And this is going to hurt some feelings because I'm getting fucking heated. All right. It's not the fact that you're shadow banned. It's the fact that you're posting shitty ass content. So upgrade it. All right. Like, yo, guess what, guys? I got banned on TikTok for 3 days. I wasn't able to post shit. I didn't complain or bitch about it or do anything. I just kept making videos and kept posting, and then it changed. Next video got 60,000 views and it started blowing up again.
Guys, I had 40 videos in a row that had 200 fucking views.
Shut the fuck up and just post.
But 40 videos in a row. Okay, in a row. Go to my TikTok feed right now. You'll see. But another caveat is that everything that I post on TikTok, I also post on Instagram Reels. And some of the videos that got fucking 100 views on TikTok, we're getting like 10,000 to 20,000 on Instagram Reels.
Yeah.
And also, funny story, you guys, those videos that are getting 200 views on fucking TikTok, I'm downloading the video. I'm posting it on Instagram Reels. I'm also posting it on my Facebook story. I'm also posting it on my Instagram story. I'm also posting it on my Facebook newsfeed. I'm also posting it on my on my LinkedIn newsfeed, and I'm posting it on my LinkedIn story. So I've got one fucking video in 7 different places.
And you're not even fucking posting it in one place because you're like, oh, I don't know if it's good enough. Just fucking post.
But you're you're thinking through such a small lens, right? You're like, oh, but it's not growing on, it's not popping off on TikTok, so it's not a good video. It's like, no, sometimes the algorithm's just rude as hell.
Well, it's not even just the algorithm either, guys. It's about utilizing it. Me and Brian have told you guys so many times, write once, post 5 times. All right? Like write it once, utilize it in 5 different places. Like, you have one Instagram post, you can make a story off that, an Instagram live, fucking different videos from it. You could chop it up. Like this one podcast, guys, we could turn it into 40 different pieces of content.
Yep.
Do it once, utilize it more. Like, stop worrying about the views.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of you guys are just going into posting content with the expectation that you should be blowing up. But who the fuck are you?
Or you don't even fucking post because you're so worried about your videos flopping.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Deflate your ego right now. You're not deserved anything, guys. Like, it's a nobody mindset that I've been embracing for a long fucking time, and I've brought up on this podcast an insane amount. Like, I don't post with the expectation that I should get views and I should get likes and I should get followers. I post because I realize that I have a voice that's helped inspire people, so that's what I try to do every day.
100%. Guys, so my last question for you guys is, what are you not doing in your business right now that you know you need to be doing? That's the main message of this podcast. And I want you to answer that. What are you not doing in your business right now that you know you need to be doing? Is it you haven't even got your business started because you are trying to wait for the right opportunity? Maybe it's you paid for the 10K Coaching Academy, but you're not actually fucking studying the units. Maybe you are studying the units, but you're not posting content.
Maybe it's you writing content and then you're just actually not posting it because you're afraid of the actual voices in your head.
Ooh. Maybe you're writing content and you're posting it, but you're not engaging with people that are in your audience because you're afraid, right? Or maybe you're on all these platforms and you're doing decent, but you're stuck at $1,000 to $2,000 a month because you're not listening to me and Cole when we tell you to get on TikTok.
Yeah.
Right?
Or when we tell you to get on TikTok and stop worrying about the views and stuff and just to find your flow. All right. Like focus on the growth, focus on the mission, not the views every single time. Like a side note with this, when Brian's telling you guys to ask that question to yourselves, when you get an answer, all right, when you have an answer, what I want you to do is a little exercise. I did this with Chris. Chris did this the other day, and it's honestly shifted him immensely. He brought it up in a clubhouse room the other day. Write it down on a sticky note and put it on your computer screen. Put it on your fridge. Put it somewhere in your house that you see it every single day so you can remind yourself of where you are bottlenecking your growth.
What am I not doing that I need to be doing more of? Write it on a fucking sticky note and put it somewhere that you can see it. I love that.
Yep.
I'm not going live enough. Post on your fucking computer screen so that you can start going live more. I'm not writing enough content. Post on your sticky note and say, I will write more content.
Yep.
Like remind yourself of those things that you want to do that are going to help you grow your coaching business, period. End of story. And if you're listening to this podcast and you haven't gotten your online business started, I'm going to come across the screen and I will fucking find you. I will, because you need to start. Like online is the wave. I'm telling y'all. All right. So guys, that's it. That's all. Cole, you want to tell them where they can find you, dog?
100p on TikTok or Instagram at Cole Lewis De Silva. If there's any other ones, it's a fake account. All right. Cole Lewis De Silva. And the Wake Up with the Wolf podcast, fam.
Boom. Guys, that's it. That's all. Hope you guys have the best day of your entire life. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.